What's up guys, Messi here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is the 25th of June and it is a Saturday, of course, the weekend has started and Euro 2016 is back today at 2 PM guys. So after a few days off, we have now got the knockout stages. So before we get any further, as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, class subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. But because it is the weekend, I want to set you guys a little bit of a challenge. If we could try and smash 1,000 likes by midday in the UK, which is 12 PM, that'd be absolutely sick. And if you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in the description box. You know the drill. 8 AM is transfers, 9 PM or to 10 PM is the second video of the day, guys, depending if football is on and stuff like that. So let's start today off with a transfer. I've noticed one guy in particular keeps posting the comments I haven't covered yet, and that player is going to the Finnish player Marcus Halsti, who's gone to the Danish club FC Midtjylland. So they're a club that played Manchester United previously in the Europa League this season, and this one apparently went through a couple of weeks ago, but I forgot to mention it. But it's a free transfer, as he was a free agent after getting released by DC United. So there you go, that has been covered now for you finally. And then we go on to Matt Gilks, I think his name is, the Scottish goalkeeper today, going to Rangers on a free transfer from Burnley. Obviously Rangers are not in the game at the moment, they will be on FIFA 17 back in the SPL. And then we go on to Eldin Jakupovic. I probably butchered the name again, but he's a Swiss goalkeeper playing for Hull City, extending his contract until 2018. And by the way, about 10 of these confirmed transfers are lower league ones or lower tier, so bear in mind for that. So you've got Jakupovic there, a contract extension. Then we got to Elias Kachunga, a German silver striker who looks really good apart from that dribbling stat, but he has gone to Huddersfield. And they announced this guy really cool. They actually announced their kit last night, and here's the person wearing it. He's joined from FC Ingolstadt in the Bundesliga for an undisclosed fee, but again, that was a pretty cool way of kind of presenting a new player, kind of what Arsenal did with Granit Xhaka. Then we go on to Gabriel Zakuini today, and this guy was I think it was back on FIFA 13 or FIFA 14. He was ridiculously good, but now has joined Northampton. Still a very pacey centre back, and that is going to be Zakuini, I can't say his name. And then we go to Lewis Baker, owned by Chelsea, but has gone back out on loan to Vitesse for this season, GF, until 2017. Then we got Carly Osborne. This guy on FIFA 12 for Brentford as a bronze was sick. He's joined Plymouth from Bristol City on a free transfer, I believe. Then we got on to Brian Dabo, the first goal of the episode, I think. He's joined St Etienne finally yesterday, and the day before is rumoured. That's all confirmed. The fee, nothing mentioned yet. It's undisclosed, but it's a 4-year contract for him and a pretty cool one for Liga 1. And now we have got Kieran Tierney, a young Scottish fullback for Celtic. He was initially, I think, about 3 weeks ago linked to Arsenal, which is a random one, but has now got a new contract with Celtic, I believe until like 2021. So a big contract, a 5-year deal for him. I imagine we a lot higher rated on FIFA 17. Then we've got Rafael Sobiche. Remember this guy like FIFA 11, FIFA 10, FIFA 12? He was a 5-star skiller. I think he's only 4-star now, but has gone back to Liga do Brazil, in particular Cruzeiro. He still looks very usable as a cam, and now back in the Liga do Brazil, probably gets a little bit better links than he would do in the, I think it's the Mexican League was at Tigres. That's 2.3 million for that deal. Then we got on to a striker that's not on FIFA Ultimate Team, but is on head-to-head and career mode. That is going to be Lapadula, making the switch to AC Milan from Pescara for £6.75 million. Now, some of these conversion rates may be a little bit off because obviously converting stuff to pounds right now, it's not the best thing to do, really. So that one is quite a big fee, but he was linked to some Premier League clubs, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Now we've got a Russian by the name of Alexei Ionov going to CSK Moscow from Dinamo Moscow on a loan deal for this season. We have got Lucas Ocampos, an Argentine winger, going from Marseille to Genoa again on a loan deal for the whole season. It just seems that Marseille are getting rid of a lot of players right now. Then we have got Tom De Sitter, a large striker, by large I mean a tall player, going to a club called Lokeren, I think that's probably rather the right name, from Bursaspor in the Turkish League for £150,000. And finally, the Falcon phone today is a contract extension for Ricky Alvarez, the former Sunderland man, I think it is, at Sampdoria until 2019. And now we move on to potential deals. And first up, we have got a Polish player currently at Euro 2016, and that is going to Grzycki, linked to Everton. So today, according to Le Telegram, Everton have made a substantial bid to sign Ren winger Kamil Grzycki, with New Toffee's boss Roel Koeman, a long-term admirer of the Poland international. And right now, it seems to be quite a good point for Everton fans. Obviously, they've struggled a bit over the last couple of seasons under Roberto Martinez, but since Roel Koeman's come in, they're linked to some big names. If they can get any of them, that'll be kind of like a good start to the summer. And I imagine he wants to get a bit of his business done by the time pre-season starts in around 10 days or so, if the players not being at tournaments. Then we go on to Ashley Westwood today, was relegated last season with Aston Villa. Today, linked though to Premier League new boys Burnley. So apparently Burnley are ready to offer him an instant return to the Premier League. Reports in both the Express and the Daily Star and Lancashire Telegraph note that Sean Dyche has actually made an inquiry to Aston Villa regarding the midfielder, and the club is set to make a formal bid if the player is willing to take a cut on his £35,000 a week contract. Apparently £35,000 a week isn't his current contract, it's actually the wage wage demands will be asking for basically if he does leave Aston Villa. So he's got a choice now: go back to the Premier League instantly with, like I said, Burnley, or stay at Aston Villa under the new manager, Roberto Di Matteo. And now a big one for Stoke City following yesterday's rumour of them bidding €25 million for Gabbiadini. So Axel Witsel, currently playing for Belgium at the Euro 2016 tournament and currently playing for Zenit St. Petersburg. He is linked to Juventus and Inter Milan, but Stoke, apparently they're rebuffing their interest and they will go straight in for him after Euros are done. So the Stoke Sentinel are saying the player has said that he would rather go to BPL over the likes of Serie A, and Stoke City obviously linked to him. He has 1 year left in his contract. Now it's up to the clubs to like agree a fee and stuff, and if they do, that'd be a very coup for Stoke. When he was first sent about 3 or 4 weeks ago, the fee was around £20 million. Then we go on to Lee Tomlin today. It's a very short and sweet one, but according to Sky sources, Bournemouth have accepted an undisclosed bid from Bristol City for him. And I believe he was at Bristol City for a brief part last season, so I imagine this one will go through probably in the next like 1 or 2 days. Then we got on to a bid made from Tottenham, and AZ Alkmaar have declined it. And the player in question is going to be Vincent Janssen, the Dutch international, and apparently AZ Alkmaar have rejected a Spurs bid for their first serious offer for Vincent Janssen, but the North London club remains the striker's preferred destination. So no fees be mentioned, but I imagine probably around £12 million. And that is according to Al Gabin Dablad, which I have no idea what it is, but that is the source for that one. Then we go on to Corentin Tolisso today, quite a big one, linked to Napoli. The Napoli president has confirmed they've made a very big offer to Lyon for Corentin Tolisso. The Frenchman enjoyed a strong season in Ligue 1 and is now being tipped with a move to Italy, with Napoli's interest in the 21-year-old now apparent. Talksport reported that Arsenal are also interested in the midfielder, but Napoli now have offered a substantial bid for the player, which the media outlets claim is £17.7 million. And the Napoli president has come out and said that his offer to Lyon is more than the amount being reported in the papers and stuff like that, and he's confident a deal could be made between the two clubs. He basically says the latest offer I made, which was very big and much higher than the newspaper reported, was for Tolisso. And that'd be a very sick one for FIFA Ultimate Team. Then we go on to Phil Jones, a player that kind of isn't sure where his position is really for United right now. He's not getting much game time, and with the new manager coming in, it looks like he could be loaned out. And according to Daily Mail, Hull City are interested in bringing Manchester United defender Phil Jones to the KC Stadium. The England international likely to be allowed to leave on loan. Obviously, I don't think he'll be sold because he may be in future plans potentially if they get injuries and stuff, but Phil Jones to Hull, that'd be a good deal for them. And potentially for him as well, getting first team football again. Then we go on to Nathan Redmond. This actually leads to a one that is kind of like linked later, and today's linked to Southampton, not for the first time, but apparently now set for medical with them. This is ahead of a £10 million move, and Redmond last season scored 6 goals in 24 games for Norwich, and unfortunately for them, a season in which they finished 19th and got relegated. He's one of a number of players expected to leave the club as they prepare for life in the Championship, with Gary Neal having already joined Bristol City. So this one again links into a transfer which I'll mention in a couple of minutes. Then we go on to a player which is going to be Andre Schürrle, the former Chelsea man today, linked to Borussia Dortmund. And this is according to Bild, and they're saying Borussia Dortmund are lining up a move for Wolfsburg attacker Andre Schürrle as Henrik Mkhitaryan switch to Manchester United moves ever closer. So Schürrle, he would be a good replacement, but in terms of quality, I don't think he's quite as good as Mkhitaryan as of yet. It could be when he joins, but still, I'm not sure of the fee, but he's currently at Euro 2016 with Germany, so I imagine this one could be a few weeks away. And talking about Henrik Mkhitaryan, he's going to be the next player, and today, according to the Daily Express, Man United have also made an improved £28.5 million offer for the man, and they had one rejected a couple of weeks ago of just 18 mil. And it does look like the board are helping Manchester United and push for big name players, like Ibrahimovic coming in from Paris Saint-Germain on a free transfer, but Mkhitaryan for like 28.5 mil still is pretty damn cheap, especially after the season he just had with Borussia Dortmund. Now we got into Gregor Krychowiak this time, apparently all done to Paris Saint-Germain now. And the source for this one is going to Prisdeglad Sportway, and they're basically saying that Paris Saint-Germain have still a deal to sign Sevilla and Poland international Gregor Krychowiak. So it's kind of rumoured over the last couple of days, and this one could be announced today and all confirmed. And now we move on to Mangala. Apparently Man City are preparing to offload him this summer, and the France international could be set for return to FC Porto, where they initially bought him for like £40 million. The 25-year-old arrived at the Etihad from Porto apparently for 32 mil, but I think it's like 40 million in general because they had to put like third-party owners and stuff. That was back in 2014, but he's failed to hit the heights here there. They would have kind of liked him too, and now could again return there. According to newspaper O Jogo, the Portuguese club now managed by Nuno Espirito Santo are said to offer him a return, and I can't see that fee being anywhere near the price they initially got from him in the first place, so fair play if they do get him back. Then we go on to Slimani today, the Sporting striker linked to Arsenal. So according to Ebola, Arsenal have set their sights on signing Sporting striker Islam Slimani after missing out on Leicester City's Jamie Jamie Vardy, who apparently turned them down because he doesn't suit their style of play and wants to remain with the Premier League champions. It's not the first time, and it's not the only club that Slimani has been linked to. He was linked to Leicester City and now back to Arsenal. So I think Arsenal, it was ruined by that paper about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They had a bid rejected. But who knows, Arsenal signing strikers, it doesn't really happen too often, and maybe Arsene Wenger is coming to his senses and realising they do need one. Then we got onto Alvaro Morata today. Again, he only joined Real Madrid back about 2 or 3 days ago, but so they linked to Chelsea already. So this is according to AS. They're saying that Chelsea have already made a €50 million offer for Alvaro Morata just 2 days after him returning to Real Madrid from Juventus. So it looks like this one could go on all summer, to be honest. I imagine they could listen to offers. I don't think they'll actually sell him though, because he could be a very good backup for Benzema. I'm not sure where that court case has been settled with Benzema regarding the blackmail stuff, but if it hasn't, he could get in quite a bit of trouble for that in the near future. Now we got on to Sadio Mané today, linked to Liverpool for about the 3rd or 4th episode in a row, but this is actually tying into Nathan Redmond stuff, and it's according to Sky Sports. Well, I say Sky Sports is basically every single site like BBC Sport, Liverpool Echo and stuff, they all come out probably about 4 hours earlier, and then Sky claim it as their own. Liverpool are in talks with Southampton over the signing of forward Sadio Mané, according to Sky sources. Although no fee has been yet agreed, discussions are ongoing, and Liverpool are hopeful of bringing the player to Anfield for a fee in the region of £30 million. The 24-year-old is viewed by Jurgen Klopp as the perfect candidate to boost Liverpool's attack next season. If Mané does leave, he'd become the second high-profile departure from Southampton this summer, following Victor Wanyama's move to Tottenham. When this rumour popped up last week, I was very sceptical about it. I was like, I'm not sure if I want us to sign him, because there's one thing, us and Southampton players, we tend to pay a lot for them, but nowadays I keep getting into my head now that Premier League money, it's not my money that they're spending. £30 million, it's a fucking lot of money, but in terms of football, in terms of the revenue they're now getting from TV, it's not really that much of a chunk of it. And the Liverpool Echo have said that we'll be selling Christian Benteke likely to get most of the money for Mané. So it looks like it's basically a replacement for Benteke, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. He's a player, has an awesome burst of pace, and he's very skillful. He's got a good record of goals and stuff, good amount of assist goals in 6 games for Southampton. So he's a player that knows where the back of the net is, and compared to other Liverpool cans and stuff like Coutinho, he does score a lot more than them. But the pace is the real thing I like about him, because Liverpool, when Jurgen Klopp first joined us, he said that we need some wingers. We only had Jordan Ibe at the time, with Markovic being loaned out, and that means we have some good, obviously Lallana, Coutinho, Firmino. I love that trio, but if we had a little bit of pace in there instead of Lallana, rest him every now and then, it'd work a treat in my opinion. And if Mané was a replacement for Christian Benteke, again, I have no problems with that in the slightest. Now we got on to Alexander Lacazette, linked to West Ham yet again. So this is according to L'Equipe. Basically, Premier League side West Ham are determined to push through a deal for Alexander Lacazette, and have offered Lyon a massive €52 million for the 25-year-old striker. So €52 million right now is probably a lot of pounds compared to what it would have been before, because obviously the stuff that happened last night regarding to us leaving the EU, the pound dropped significantly. So that means we'll probably have to pay a lot more money now in euros to get players, or at least it'll look a lot more when the rates are converted and stuff like that. So Lacazette, that is a big one for €52 million or £42 million currently. On the 17th of May, West Ham had a £31 million bid rejected for Lacazette. So it's kind of got a massive valuation up from 31 mil to 42 mil. But again, I was saying with Mané, money in Premier League football right now is at an all-time high. But with the EU referendum yesterday, it does mean that the pound is obviously a little bit less than it really was, and it probably could be for a little bit of time now. And then finally, we got on to Michy Batshuayi, again linked to West Ham United. So very exciting times for their fans right now. So basically, Sky Sports yesterday tweeted, breaking news, Sky sources say that West Ham made a bid of around £28 million for Marseille striker Michy Batshuayi. So for people outside of the UK, that is €35 million at the moment at least. And the Hammers offer was originally around £28.25 million in obviously pounds again, at 9 AM on Friday morning. Although the amount may change as the exchange rate fluctuates following the Brexit vote, which could put a number of potential moves in doubt. He's currently with the Belgian squad at Euro 2016 in France, and has attracted a lot of interest from several top clubs in Europe after it was confirmed he would be leaving Marseille this summer. Juventus are also believed to have made a lower bid for Batshuayi, and has also been on Tottenham's radar. But I imagine we're still about 2 or 3 weeks away from teams and players making transfer switches, because Euro 2016, they're all focused on international football as of right now. So that covers all today's potential transfers and the confirmed stuff at the beginning, guys. So as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content. In the comments below, let me your thoughts on today's rumours I shoot in the next episode. Remember, any previous videos on my channel, 8 AM is transfers, 9 to 10 PM is the second video of the day, guys. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.